Truth over ego? One of the most interesting things to come out of this Google catastrophe controversy of racism in Gemini generated images was the drive, or is it, I don't know how to describe this, but the initiative by some individuals to look at these inaccurate historical representations and say, that's okay. It's okay for us to look at history and change history. And I thought to myself, have we really gone to the point where humanity can actually look at something that is absolute truth, absolute recorded truth, and look at it and say, that's not how it was? I think we're entering an age today where what people believe is stronger than the truth. Now, I'm a Socratic philosopher. Sometimes I call myself the Socrates of X. And I like to question everything. I question absolutely everything. And I think in this day and age, in today's world, everything must be questioned. Unless I see something with my own eyes, with my own senses. For example, this coffee mug. This coffee mug is full of decaffeinated coffee from Phil's Coffee in Campbell, California. I can smell the coffee. I can see the coffee. I can taste the coffee. I know that this coffee is real, right? But you, on the other side of the camera, you looking at me or you listening to me on my podcast, you don't know if this coffee is real. There could be water in here. There could be nothing in here. There could be anything in here. In fact, if you're listening on the show, you might not even see the coffee mug. You might not have any idea that the coffee mug exists. But I look at the mug and I say, that mug exists. I can smell the coffee. I can see the coffee. I can taste the coffee. For me, this exists. This is true. This is actual. This is real. But for those of you out there, you have no idea if any of that is real. I mean, I am personally getting to the point where I completely disbelieve everything that I see on the internet. I question everything, especially with tools like Sora and all of these other AI generation tools that are getting so damn good that it's impossible to tell truth from fiction. Impossible. So I question everything. And I think we're getting to the point now where people are seeing things that are absolutely true. You can see things, you can smell things, you can touch things, or they see things on these screens and they go, that's absolutely true. I'm going to believe that. Or if it conflicts with their worldview, they are willing to say that is not true. Sometimes a duck is a duck. And when you see a representation of a duck on the internet, do you believe it is a duck or do you not believe it is a duck? If people tell you, hey, 100 people stood around that duck and looked at that duck and said, this is a duck, you better believe that's a duck, you might still say, you know what? I wasn't there, so I'm not sure if that was a duck or not. So people literally cannot believe their own eyes because what they're doing is they're taking their opinion about something, their belief in something, and they could look at something that is absolutely 100% true and still be defined by their belief. It's amazing. Human beings are the only species on the planet that works incredibly hard to maintain a delusion. They have a delusion. They might be completely deluded about something, But if that is what they believe, then for them, that is truth. Even if the truth is sitting directly in front of them. Cognitive dissonance forces them to believe in what they believe in, even if the truth is right in front of them, even if the truth is glaringly obvious, even if there's tons of evidence showing you the truth is not what you believe, we still, as human beings, believe in our vision of reality and not reality itself. Now, I don't think people should be like that, because we have entered the post-truth era. You have no idea what is being shown you, because you experience, this is how you experience the world. You do not experience the world in person, hardly any longer. You experience the world through these. This is how you experience the world. You experience the world through your Netflix subscription. You experience the world through YouTube. You experience the world through your phone. This through FaceTime, through Teams, through any type of video calling. That is how people experience the world. They do not experience it in person anymore. I mean, some of us do. I've been trying recently to force in-person connections again, because ever since COVID, so many people are stepping back from in-person connections. And it's not because they're still worried about COVID. It's because it's so much easier to just sit at your desk and call someone through Zoom than it is to actually go see them. So you see what I'm saying, folks? We have created this monster of disbelief. We read things, we believe them, and then when we're presented with the truth or presented with an alternate view, we don't change our minds. We are the only species that works incredibly hard in deluding ourselves. So that's why I think everyone, and you especially, all of us have these beliefs, these super strong beliefs of what we believe to be true. And even when evidence counter to that belief appears, we still disregard the evidence. And what I'm saying to you, I'm saying to every one of you, because we all have the same problems, some of them in high degree and some of them in low degree. We should all look at it again and start questioning everything. Pull out your inner Socrates and say to yourself, wait a second, am I wrong? Could I possibly be wrong about this? Is it possible that this long-held belief that I have had may not be true? This is how we should live our lives. We should constantly question every bit of data that comes into us. And we have to say, especially in these days where, like I said, AI can create reality. Question everything. We all need to start questioning everything. And once we start questioning everything, once we start nibbling at these facades which have held the truth away from us for so long, then just maybe we'll be able to get at the truth. And if you ask me, doesn't matter whether it's good or bad for me, I would prefer the truth over all. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.